Hey guys, future me talking. It's actually the next week, but I didn't film an intro really, or I think I did, but I just wanted to tell you guys this video is more of me kind of talking and explaining what it's like for me right now as a NICU nurse, because you can't really film in the hospital because of this thing called HIPAA, and also just to respect my patients and patient privacy. So it's really just me explaining kind of like the process of my hospital, everything that's going on, and yeah, like what it's like for me right now as a NICU nurse. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do, please do not forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate every single one of you, every single one, and I love all you guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tatiana for those of you that are new, and today I wanted to do kind of a vlog. If you're new to this channel, then you're not aware that I'm a NICU nurse, so I know all of you guys are aware by now everything that's going on. So I kind of wanted to talk about and give you guys kind of like some days of my life being a NICU nurse. Of course, you know, we still have to work, even though they're starting to shut down everything. And during this time, I just kind of wanted to remind you guys to stay in the house and not go anywhere unless you absolutely have to. And if you have to practice social distancing and to keep hand sanitizer, always washing your hands and sanitizing, and also not to get hysterical, because just last week or the week before, somebody was killed at my local Sam's Club. So I think sometimes people getting hysterical and starting to act crazy is worse than anything that the virus is doing. So just remember that it's better to stay safe and stay calm than to start acting hysterical like it's the end of the world, because even though the situation is bad, we still have to act like human beings. So just remember to stay safe out there, to pray, and to love your family members, and to take this time for self-care and reflecting, and enjoy this time with your family, because it is starting to get crazy out here. So I kind of just wanted to give you guys some insight onto what's going on in the hospital, like what's going on for me as a NICU nurse and things like that. So I just made it to my hospital today. This is my first night of 3 stretches. I'm working Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So the first thing that's different is that there's literally no traffic, because they've shut almost everything down so far except for essential personnel, even though some restaurants and things like that are still open, or at least they're like drive-thrus and things like that are. But for the most part, most people are not working. So it's Wednesday, kind of like night, afternoonish right now. It's 6:40, so usually there's a lot more traffic going on right now, especially going towards my house. So right now there's like literally no traffic. It took me like 45 minutes to get here, which is what it usually takes me on the weekend, and it's a Wednesday. So right now there's barely any traffic, and I'm not really sure what the hospital is like right now, so I'm about to go in and see. I just want to give you guys an update on that and let you know how the traffic is. And now I'm going to go in the hospital. I'm not going to be able to record in the hospital much, if I even can at all, because it is a crazy time. But if you want to see the day in the life of a NICU nurse, where I do show you like the storage room and a baby's room and all that, I put a card up here for you to check that video out. But because tensions are already high, and there's not really much that I can show you past that video anyway, I'm not going to do much recording in the hospital. But I'm going to give you guys updates on everything that's going on around the hospital and in the hospital. Like right now, everything's pretty dead out here. There's not really many people out, but I'll see. I haven't been to work in 6 days, which is another nice thing. If you're a nurse, you can make your schedule to where you can have a bunch of days off in a row. So this is my first day back, or my first night back after 6 nights, so I'm not really sure how things were developed. So I'm going to give you guys an update with that. And yeah, so I'm about to get ready to head in now, and I'll check back in with you guys later. Hey guys, so I officially completed my first shift of 3. Tonight wasn't bad. I had 3 babies and it was a good assignment. Of course, all the parents are kind of worried, asking us like the things that we're doing as a unit to prevent the spread. Of course, it's hit our hospital. I'm pretty sure there's been a case of coronavirus in every single US hospital, and if it hasn't been confirmed, I'm sure there are some cases that just haven't been confirmed yet. So of course everybody's taking extra precautions. We're getting emails about it. We're asking questions like if you've been out of the country, if you've been in contact with somebody who's had coronavirus, like do you have a fever, things like that, because it's still very serious and it's spreading really fast. I think the cases in our hospital, even though it's still pretty low, has tripled since last week. So it's still spreading and it's still a threat, but hopefully it'll start to slow and get better. But as of right now, so like some of the things we're doing on our unit is we're practicing donning and doffing PPE, so personal protective equipment, because it is something you learn, but of course when you don't use something that often you can get a little rusty. So we have people coming in to do that with us. And then of course we're just getting emails about precautions, like when we're rounding, when doctors come, limiting the number of providers and people at the baby's bedsides, the patient's bedsides, and of course like trying to practice social distancing and things like that. Hey guys, sorry I was interrupted. So I'm just gonna show you this. I'm taking precautions when me and my family are also taking precautions when I get home. So it's kind of funny but kind of serious at the same time. So my mom set up this little area for me in the garage when I got home. So let me show you guys. So there's a basket here for me to put my dirty clothes in, a robe for me to change into. I'm leaving my shoes out here, and she wanted me to leave my bag out here too. There's some hand sanitizer and some Lysol. And I kind of do this anyway when I get home, like taking my clothes off before I get in the house and like leaving my shoes outside in the garage, because the hospital in general is just a nasty place. But especially with corona, you just can never be too careful just because it's so highly contagious. So these are just some of the things that we're doing at home as well, and of course taking precautions at the hospital, I guess, to protect not only me but my family as well. So it's kind of funny, but at the same time it's kind of serious. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and get changed and put my robe on, get in the shower, and I will check back in with you guys later. Hey guys, so it is currently night number 2. I am so exhausted. I'm so tired. It usually seems like whenever you have a long stretch off and you come back, it always seems like you're more tired, even though technically I'm like just generally tired. Just want to give you guys an update. So of course the coronavirus, COVID-19 is getting worse. It seems like a lot of units are starting to run out of PPE, and I'm not sure if that's because like consumers are starting to buy it up, but yeah, a lot of the units where corona's being hit hard, like med-surg, ICU, and the ED, are starting to run out of the PPE that they need to protect the nurses and doctors and the techs and things like that from contracting the virus. So a lot of healthcare workers are starting to come down with corona because they don't have the proper PPE, and also because they may not be practicing the right techniques of donning and doffing the PPE, or taking on and taking off the PPE. But it's just kind of scary to know that if you have corona patients, that you might not have the PPE that you need to take care of them. So it is scary, kind of scary having to go to work with everything that's going on. But that's one of the things I am grateful for, because I'm not sure if you guys have seen in the news all the layoffs that have been happening around the United States, because these companies can't afford to pay, I guess they can't afford to pay the people during this time when they're not working, and it's really sad. So that's one of the things I've been kind of grateful for, even though I am like a little nervous working, is that I do have a constant paycheck. I do know I'm going to work, and in fact I can work extra shifts if I want to, because my unit is short. So and we're getting so many babies in that they actually need more nurses to come in and work. Healthcare is a great option for a job. I also wanted to remind you guys to stay inside and to practice social distancing, especially young people, because it just came out that 40% of the cases that have required people to go to the hospital, where they felt sick enough to have to go to the hospital, have been between the ages of 20 and 54, which is a younger population, and nobody expected that. Most people are saying like stay inside for your grandparents or parents, but now it's starting to hit young people as well. So don't go on your spring break, don't go out partying and at the bars and, you know, hanging out just because this can affect you as well, and then as well as you spreading it to other people, even if you're young. So it's important that we take precautions, all of us, no matter what age you are. So yeah, it's getting kind of crazy out here. Georgia alone has reported over 400 plus cases, so it's getting bad out here. So I just kind of wanted to say those things to you guys and give you guys an update. So yeah, last night was fine. I had my 3 babies, and it was bath night, so of course it was kind of hectic, but I actually kind of like head bath night, especially in the area that I was in, because the parents like to come and help, and it's a really sweet time. But I have 2 more nights. I'm tired, so pray for me because I'm tired. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and head in now. It's currently 6:49. I have to clock in at, well, I have from 6:53 until 7 o'clock in, so I'm gonna go ahead and head in now. But I will check back in with you guys after I get off tomorrow morning. See you guys later. Hey guys, so I just finished night 2 of 3. It was a good night with my babies, but it's starting to get a little crazy. Just stay home, use this time to reflect, to spend time with your family. Hopefully this will be over. Even though they said the worst is yet to come, I'm hoping that this will be over sooner than later. I just want to check back in with you guys, and it was kind of like a mini rant, chit chat, but yeah, I want to check back with you guys because I just finished night 2 of 3, so I'm gonna go home now, get some rest, and I will check back in with you guys for, oh, I almost forgot to tell you, an update with my hospital. They're starting to stop people at the door. I'm not sure when that started because, like I said, I was off for 6 days before coming back, but they're stopping everybody at the door except the people that work there. So you just have to like show your badge and you can walk through if you're an employee, but they're starting to stop people, and they're not like taking temperatures or anything, but they're asking questions like, have you traveled, have you been exposed to anybody with coronavirus, things like that. So yeah, so that's an update. So lines can get pretty backed up, can get pretty hectic at the entrances of the hospital, but at least it's something, and that's something, it's something that they're starting to do before they come in. So even like parents of the NICU, they're doing that as well. And I think they're also starting to lock down visitation, so you can't visit anybody in the hospital after 9, or they're closing down with the entrances after 9 o'clock and shutting down visitors coming after 9 o'clock, which is also kind of sad for our parents, because in the NICU, in our NICU, we have 24-hour visitation for parents. So yeah, so I guess they won't be able to partake in that anymore, but it does make sense because we're trying to stop the spread, but still it I don't know, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, so that's the update with my hospital so far, that they're starting to do these checks. But yeah, so I will check back in with you guys later. I'm gonna go home and get some rest now. See you guys for either before or after night number 3. Hey guys, so it's actually a couple of days later. I just finished my 3rd in a row for the next week. Like, I just finished my last shift. Well, I worked on call, so it's my 3rd in a row, and then I work again on Saturday. Anyways, I just wanted to give you guys, like, I didn't film an outro, so I just wanted to tell you guys to be safe. Things seem to be getting worse. Apparently we haven't been through the worst yet. The worst is yet to come in like 2 or 3 weeks, but again, this too shall pass. Just take this time to enjoy your family, hug them, keep them close. Remember to practice social distancing, because it's spreading so fast. It's getting so much worse in the United States. Like, the cases at my hospital are just rising so fast, and I'm really fortunate to work in the NICU because it's not hitting us as hard as other areas of the hospital. It hasn't really hit us at all. So even though I'm like nervous going to work, I feel a sense of comfort working in the NICU. But I just wanted to like let you guys know, or remind you guys to just stay safe. Don't go outside unless you really have to, and if you have to go outside, or if you just want to get some fresh air, stand at least 6 feet away from people. Don't gather with more than 10 people. And because a lot of younger people are getting it and getting hospitalized and getting on vents. Like, hospitals are running out of vents, out of hospital beds. It's getting pretty bad. So just wanted to remind you guys of that. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I appreciate every single one of you. I'll see you guys in the next video, and love you guys. All right, bye.